were asked if they intended to study art, biology, or chemistry or senior cycle. So what we're going to do straight away is I'm going to draw myself a rectangle, like so. Big old rectangle. And then I'm going to draw myself a couple of three of these guys, I think. There we go. I'll go A, B, C. Is that okay, everybody? A, B, C. Now, let X represent the number of students who opted for all three subjects. I put an X in there. Is that okay? Now, 4 students did not do any of these subjects. So what do we do there? 4 on the outside. 8 students opted for biology and chemistry, but not art. So biology and chemistry, both of them. 8. Is that okay? 18 students opted for art and chemistry, but not biology. So 18. Okay. 14 students did art and biology, but not chemistry. So, were you happy with 14 in here? Okay. Let's keep going. Now, 50 students opted for chemistry. 50, yeah? So, whatever is in the red box is 50, take away 18, take away X, take away 8. Would anybody know how to do that? You can't put minus X in your calculator, can you? So minus X stays where it is. Nothing to be done there. What you get? 24 minus X. Alright. We used the 50. Now I'm going to use the 40 for biology. I'm now going to do 40. Take away 8. Take away 14. Take away X. Did anybody get 18 minus X for that? Cool. And then the last one is going to be the 24 for art only, but they've already done it for us. It's just 24 in the art only position. It's already done. Who got that? Okay, next trick. Add up all the sections together and make it equal 100. Now I have a trick for this. I have a shortcut for this. You ready for my shortcut? Here we go. Ready? I'm going to circle a number and you use your calculator to add it. I want you to do 4, 24, 14, 18, 18, 8, and 24. Add all the ones that are circled in the yellow ring. Alright. So, everybody has added it up, and what everybody's come across is they all think it's 110. Is that okay? Nextly, look up again. We're going to do the yellow rings again. Ready? 1, 2, 3. What's X take away X? Nothing. And then what's the extra minus X? 110 minus X equals what, guys? 100, yeah? And then what does that mean about the X value? There you go. We gotta find out how many are doing biology only. How many were doing biology only again? 18 take away X. 18 take away X, but we know that's 18 take away. So do you agree that 8 people did biology only? Now what about chemistry only? Was 24 take away X, which is the same as 24 take away, which is? We have to find out the ratio of 8 is to 14. Is that fully broken down? Are both numbers even? Are both numbers even? Half both numbers. What you get then? That's your correct answer. 4 is to 7. Done. Oh, sorry guys, I don't know why sorry guys, I answered this in part C when it clearly should have been in part B. So, forgive me for that. So the 4 is to 7, and the 8 and the 14 need to go up here. And then my ratio of, My ratio of 8 is to 14 has to come up here. So that's B, C, and that's 4 is to 7. Sorry guys, we're getting the ratio. Everybody see it for part B, the ratio question? Okay, part C. A student's picked from random from these 100 students. What's the probability they did art only? Well, how many are in art only again? Oh, you could have done this question even if you got all the other questions wrong. Imagine not doing this question just because you got the other ones wrong. The answer is 24 out of, which is divided by 2. 12 over 50, which is 6 out of. Your calculator will do that for you. The algebraic expressions in the table below describe the weekly savings of 2 people in each of the Cox, Kaminsky and Lavin families. So there's 2 members of the Cox family. Who are they? Isla Cox and Robert Cox. 2 members of the Kaminsky family, Lena and Philippe. And finally, Grace and Charlie Lavin. Okay, so what I think I'm going to do is, to get the total savings of the family, we're going to add Isla and Robert together. So add 400 and minus 50 together. What you get? 350. Add 40 and 30 together. You happy with that? Add Lena and Philippe together. 120 plus 500? Plus? Perfect. Shh. Add Grace and Charlie together? No, it's 80W plus 100. Oh, 80W, sorry. Shh. Would you have all gotten that? Is it not 30W plus 50W is 80W? Am I right? Yeah, I am. Now, shh. Okay. For example, Lena starts with 120 and is saving 60 each week. Robert Cork starts with a depth of 50 and is saving 30 per week. Complete the table. Yeah, we did that. Done. After how many weeks will the savings of the Cox and Lavin families be equal? Cox and Lavin, yeah? Cox total, Lavin total. Put those 2 equations equal to each other. Why are they equal? They're meant to be equal, aren't they? 350 plus 70W equals 80W plus what? Alright, you guys solve that now for me. Yeah, so what I would do is stays or goes. W's are going to play for the red team. Any other number plays for the blue team. So 350 stays or goes. Now, stays or goes. The 350 goes because it only W's on the left, yeah? The 70W stays, the 80W goes, and the 100 stays. So what I do and what I teach everybody from first year to do is write what stays directly underneath. See the way I wrote the stuff that stays, not the stuff that goes, yeah? And then what has to go in this slot now? Which is now? Exactly. And the 350 which moves to the other side? Now, somebody else could have the 70W in front. It could be 70W minus 80W, but I don't teach it that way. I teach minimum moves. It's just easier. So what do we get here? Minus 10. Yeah. I call this the magic wand. What's the magic wand again? Anything that's negative is now. Anything that's positive is now. Negative. Now we're nearly there. Divide by 10. Okay, guys. What will the savings of each family be at this point in time? Okay. What were the 2 families called again? Cox and... What's the other one? Lavin. Okay, what was the formula for Cox again? Huh? 350 plus 70W. And just leave the W hollow because you're going to put in 25 in a second. And what about the 11? It's not 80. My. There you go. All right. And just sub in 25 to both of them. And you should find the grand total for both of them then. 2,100 for both of them. We're expecting both answers to be the same. Because in the previous question we calculated that it takes 25 weeks for their savings to be the same. So therefore we were expecting the answers to be the same. Logic. Now, yes, the calculator. 70 times 25 plus 350. 80 multiplied by 25 plus 100. The calculator does it for me if I enter it in the same way. Alright. Now, the Click and Fly travel company has a special offer for $3,000. Using algebra or graphs or otherwise, work out which family will be the first to save the €3,000. Okay, I have an idea. Ready for this? So, let's write down all three equations. So, who's the first? Huh? And what's the Cox family formula? 350 plus. Okay, that's all. The Lavin family we had earlier is not 80W plus 100. The middle family, who's the other family? How'd you spell that again? Okay, what's their formula? 620 plus what? 60W. Okay, now here's where our logic is at. You ready for our logic? Okay. We know what Cox and Lavin were at after 25 weeks. Would you agree with that? We know that Cox and Lavin were equal. Agreed? Out of Cox and Lavin, which one's saving more aggressively? Who do you think it is, Cox or Lavin? Cox has 70W, but Lavin has 80W. Lavin is saving €80 a week, while Cox is only saving. So they were both on 2,100 after 25 weeks. I think it's a clear winner that Lavin's going to win that battle because it's saving 80 a week while Cox is only saving. So I am therefore taking Cox out of the race. Right, now that family is gone and I don't have to say that again, here we go. Now we're going to work out how much money Kaminsky had after 25 weeks. Would somebody be so kind as to do 620 plus how much? All right, 2,120. Now, so here's what the deal is. I think if we work out the two of these, I think it's safe to say you can prove who's going to be in the lead soon, can't you? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little table for both of these. Okay, here's the table. It's Kaminsky versus Lavin. Oh, I didn't want the full formula. Kaminsky versus Lavin. And this is week 25. Is that okay? How much do they have after week 26? Add an extra 80 for Lavin and only an extra 60 for Kaminsky. Agreed? So what did they have? 1,280 and 1,000. Oh, sorry, 2,180. And then by week 27, what we're going to say next? How much does Lavin have? An extra 80 quid. And how much does Kaminsky have? 2,240. What can I write down here then? Lavin is saving an extra 20E a week. It's currently in the lead. After 27 weeks. Therefore, it will reach the total of, therefore it reached a total of 3,000 before the other families. Is that okay?